Hello and welcome everybody to Peacehaven at Second Life Travels today. Today we're looking at this parcel and it's been in my landmarks for quite some time, so it's been around for some time. I believe it's made by a group that is where it's supposed to showcase like landscaping and things like that, I believe. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at it today. We have some nice offset mountains off in the distance, though it looks like it's not quite rendered correctly. I'm running it at like 200 meters, I think, for draw distance, so maybe it's not quite making it all the way over there. We have a nice little like mini castle here right at the entrance to where we're going. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that first. It is a little bit choppy here, but I think it's mostly just because there's so much we're basically facing the rest of the region while we're looking directly at this castle a moment ago. As we look at the sides, it's not as bad. Or back towards the lighthouse we were just at. Up here it looks like we have a cafe, which is pretty neat. Looks like we have, I'm assuming, like apple cider or lemonade here. Looks like it might be lemonade. I don't think you put lemons in that apple cider. Yep, it's lemonade. Okay. So that's pretty neat. I wasn't actually expecting like a full-on cafe up here of all things. But it's a nice little relaxation spot to probably look at the water below and see the lighthouse as well. I was here a couple months ago, back in February, I think early February, and it had a wintry, I think there was more of a wintry setup going on, but I think it's been changed over for spring now. There was a lot of like festive lights in the trees, I think, before. But I think we're definitely getting into the spring of things here. Happiness is a cup of coffee and a good book. That's definitely true. Honestly, when I'm on break at work and all that, I'm usually listening to stories or things like that. Well, hello there. Hello, world. There's actually a nice little view out here of this window, too. It's like it's perfect shot to see out that window, to see like the shore breaking up and splashes and everything going on out there, and nice little flowers and everything. I think today we're going to do our usual of circling around. And I think we're probably going to start on the right and work our way over that way. But as you can see, there's a nice little stream going through here, and very nicely done. Lots and lots of flowers, grass, everything, everywhere. We'll see like meadows of grass here in a moment. And as I was saying before, this is a parcel. It's not a full region, but they definitely made good use of the area that they did, because it looks a lot bigger than I would expect for the size the parcel is. So props to them for that. Okay, I'm getting a little bit of a I'm not sure if the statue is considered part of the, I don't know if it's all linked or not. Let's see. Yep, okay, it was. I was wondering why I couldn't like select the statue itself when I was clicking on it, but I guess it must be all linked together. Yeah, as you can see, there's a nice like meadow of flowers here as well. A lot of red, a lot of like purple, I think it might be, or maybe like a dark blue. There's also like a house up here centrally, I think, of the parcel for the most part. But there's even like another like side beach type of sitting place over here as well. Oh, we got a nice, like, heron, I think it's called. I think that's what that bird's called. I'm not quite sure on that. And we got some seals laying about. Looks like they're just hanging out here on shore. One of them's looking at the crashing waves on the rocks out there. Got a nice little waterfall over there too. You even have a little like little waterfalls on the pavilion here too, which is a nice little thing. And I could definitely say I haven't seen like a roof done like that where it's opened up in the center like that. That's pretty neat. I guess the benches would be covered from rain, but the center would make like a kind of like a middle raining spot like that. Huh? See an angel statue over there. But yeah, I always love seeing waterfalls here. We have a nice little spot here with like little mini... I don't know if maybe there was a like bug lamps or something like that, or maybe something else I'm not quite sure of. The shoreline seems to go down further, but I don't think we'll be able to go that other way because I think not too much further down that way would be the parcel line. And as we'll see coming up here soon, we'll see exactly where the parcel line is because it's actually right there. In fact, there's a white wall going across the way there that eventually we'll get up towards, and that leads to a music place, in fact. Yep, we're at the house now. This house is probably going to need a moment to res up for me, so... Okay, there we go. Just let it res up for a moment, and now we're going to go ahead and head inside. Looks like there's a couple of, like, farm animals around. We got some goats, and we got some chickens over here. One even has, like, a little chick. Yeah, it's a nice little, like, rustic cabin here. I definitely see a lot of rustic type theming here in Second Life. It seems to be a really popular type of theming. I got a nice little like, pot and fireplace there. And the bed's on top too. Can we use this door? Let's see. Nope. Seems to be shut. Okay. We'll just go around them, because there seems to be a bridge that goes across over here, so we definitely want to take a look at that. And off in the distance is a chapel over that way. Which I've never actually been in yet, so that'll be a surprise for me too, what's going on in there. It looks like we got, are those koi? Or maybe they're some sort of other type of fish? But it looks like the deers are hanging around here. Getting a drink, probably. Nice little fish statue streaming out water into the pond as well. I don't think I've seen this style of deer before, though. It's interesting. They might be something newer. Yeah, it looks like we have a set of ruins over here, and it looks to be a sitting spot. Lounging around a campfire. We also have some lovely air balloons in the sky here, too. Might need to text refresh these as well. Let's see. There we go. Some nice colorful designs for the pillows. And down here we can see where we were before, essentially, down there in the meadow. Now we're going to go ahead and make our way back down and head to the path that we didn't take before. And that'll take us to the westward end. See in the pond here, we got some lily pads. I thought I may have seen like a duck in here earlier, but maybe I was mistaking it for a lily pad. And as we come up, we see more of the nice little meadow range going on here. More of the blue flowers, and we got some grasses on the left side. Actually, I have a full-on little pond over here too, complete with a little like port. And this one does in fact have what looks like to be ducks inside of it. And I think one's sitting in a nest over there too. It would be really nice to actually be able to live in a spot like that where you have a pond where you can just kind of look out a window and see down below. Some big trees here too. Oh, we have a full-on overgrown car here too. This is definitely an older model. There's a plate on the back. Just married. But yeah, this is definitely like an older style of car here. I could actually, realistically, maybe see something like this being out in the woods somewhere. Just gonna get a little text refreshing going on. That's the unfortunate fact sometimes, is that if there's a lot of things going on in a region at once, it becomes very hard for everything to become texturized correctly. It looks like we've reached the gate that is where Blaze Landscaping, that's the name of the place that owns this, and yeah, this is Peacehaven, and Shernaghan's Music Cafe was the music place I was talking about before. That's what's beyond this gate. And I think, like I was saying before, Peacehaven, I think, is to showcase some of their landscaping skills. Yes, it seems to be this is the little office here. I guess they own 2 different Sims. And I'm trying to see what the blocks say here. It looks like it's Happy Fall. What does that middle block say? Is that just a... I guess that's just a space. Yep, Happy Fall. But you can actually see a little bit of the trees that I was seeing, I think, here before, that had the festive lights on them. Oh, we got a nice little fountain here. I think this is the statue that we saw towards the beginning, though miniaturized. Yep, pretty sure it is. That's actually a really nice fountain, though. Now we're finally at the chapel, which it looks like the grounds of is filled with different gravestones, memorials, something along those lines. Fielded out with flowers all over it, yep. That's a nice statue there with the holding up the flower pot there. Oh, we have a full-on fountain that's spraying out water, too. That's pretty neat. Don't usually see it like spring out water like that on some of these fountains, so definitely a neat idea. And this looks like a posing spot. I got some lights on this tree here. One more statue to take a look at. This one's a bit more upright than the other ones were. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look inside. I'm curious to see what's going on in here. Yeah, it looks like it's a marriage chapel, perhaps? Welcome to our beginning. Yep, I think it is a marriage chapel. That's some nice decoration on the windows with the branches all lit up like that. Yeah, we have a full-on marriage setup here. It looks like you can actually have one here for 500 linden. That's interesting. Yeah, that's actually a cool idea if that's how it works, is that you can essentially have an automated marriage type thing here if you pay it to start it. Yeah, it definitely looks nice. I just now noticed all the petals on the ground there too. Now we're making our way towards, back towards the other side of the shoreline again. We're getting close to being able to full circle around. But we do have a couple spots like this on different paths. This one was the downward path from the chapel. And it looks like we have a little ruin set here that you could sit at with the bench. Looks like, let's give this a moment and see if it texturizes up. Yeah, if we had gone to the left, it would have taken us down this way. Wish we would have gone past the chapel, but I did want to see the chapel. Oh yeah, there we go. Now the wall's gotten up there correctly. It looks pretty nice that way. Yeah, it looks like we're getting in something a little bit more... I don't know if maybe it's more like fantasy-esque, because we have the giant stone head and the colorful trees with the glowing lights in them and things like that. And some nice little ruins here as well. A nice little place to relax here. This is a bit more of a modern style, I think. Now, I always have to wonder if things like this, like, what do you do if the rain has, like, a strong wind with it? It just blows the wind in here. Oh, it looks like we have a dice game going on. I think I remember what this was called at one point, but I don't remember offhand what the name of the actual game was. But essentially where you have to, like, throw dice into that little bin there and, like, write down the numbers, I guess, and I don't quite remember exactly how it went, but... Yeah, I always wonder with these type of pavilions, what do you do when there's a, like, hard rain? Like, I'm assuming in real life there maybe be, like, shutters on it or something like that. I know, it's something I've always wondered with those. And we have a nice little, like, gardening shed here, too. Looks like a... I'm not sure if this is a pond fountain Or if it's just filled with dirt, maybe. It looks like it might just be filled with dirt. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. Just a nice little spot to be able to store all your, like, gardening stuff. Oh, that's a nice little spot, too, with all the flowers going on in the corner. It looks almost like it's all, like, growing outward from that corner, too. Oh, we have another statue here, this one with a glowing thing in its hand. Yeah, we're just about at the shoreline again. I saw a peek of it when I saw over there for a moment. Fresh Maine mobsters. So we must be at like a port then. Some more of the dice game there. I wish I could remember what it was called. Old Orchard, Maine. Yep, we're back to the water again. Looks like there's a little platform here to take a better look at it. There's a bird taking a look here too. Looks like it's staring right at the lighthouse over that way. Yeah, let's see if we can head inside. Oh, it looks like the door is actually locked. Alright. We could try the other one, but I think this might be a house that's for prop reasons than being actually enterable. Winchester rifles. Yep, both the doors are locked, so I'm assuming nobody's supposed to actually enter. We got a Star Wars Vader versus Luke, or Vader versus Skywalker type of poster here, like you can see with like a wrestling or boxing event. We got a couple of more port-related things here, I think. Nantucket Trading Company, 1937, and Navy motor oil. Would this be like a gas station for boats? Actually, a good question. But we'll go ahead and go over here and take a look at this other pavilion here. And we can see where we were before when we were upwards, that ruins with the chairs and everything that were the pillow chairs. There's a little door over here. This little nice. It's actually a nice little fence here. It actually looks really nice with the color going on. Yep, we've just about made it all the way back around. We have this little wall spot here. Plenty of lovely places to be able to sit down and relax at. You could definitely come here and have a conversation with somebody and just sort of hang around somewhere. Plenty of spots to pick. Especially if you like things like gardening or forests. We have a full-on boat here filled with flowers. And then we have a actual boat here. We can see a nice view of the other side of the shoreline that way. Guess you could sit in it and actually maybe... Well, I don't know if maybe this one will actually move around, but it looks like it's a sitting spot. Got another bird that's hanging around and holding up its wings. And some speedboats there. And some dolphins, nice. In any case, I hope you guys enjoyed this visit to Peacehaven, and I will see you guys next time here real soon. So, see you then.